Hi, I'm Jonas. This is Sublime Media, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it a lot. It's feeding my urge on you know, being a it's called Viktig Petter in Swedish. Look it up. Okay, so anyway, this is going to be you know, all original or early reissues kind of video, and mostly blues rock, actually blues rock, psych, and stuff like that. Some really hard ones to get, but I won't say the G word, Grail. So yeah, you be the judge of that. Please comment, give the thumbs up, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That would be awesome. So yeah, but comment if you know these artists. Some of them are really obscure. It would be awesome to see if there's any brothers out there that knows about this, you know, brothers and sisters. So yeah, let's crack this open. It's been a while since I did videos. I have hit a little bit of a wall when it comes to not collecting per se, but all the hoopla around it. I just like, I've been too deep in it, I think, for a while. So it's been months since I did a video or recorded videos. So that being said, I just decided today that I'm going to shoot it, because I clean these records, I play them. Some, it's been months since I played them, and they've been standing there in a pile ready to be, you know, showed in a video before I file them. So I just want to dive into this and see whatever happens, you know. So with that being said, I haven't done that much research on it. I might be wrong with, you know, years and countries and the genres, but what they all have in common is that I think that every single one is worth checking out, and to me, owning on a physical media. And adding to my collection, if I'm not saying anything else. So yeah, let's dive into it. This is the one that I found this in a collection that I bought. Fantastic collection of blues, and I have no idea about this. I have no idea about the artist, but something with the cover artwork and his smile just intrigued me. So I cleaned it, I brought it in to check out before I'm selling it, and it just blew me away. Like, this is one of the best piano records I've ever heard, playing wise, not recording quality wise or mastering wise or something like that, but just like playing, you know. I've always said that, or for many years I've said that Musa with Stanley Cowell is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, piano record, and this is going up there neck to neck with that. This is a blues record. He is this solo piano. He sings a little bit, and some of it is like, he just pop tunes, he does classical, he does ragtime. It's all over the place, and you never get tired of listening to it, because it just keeps on going. And his playing is like listening to you. When you hear it, you think that there's at least two piano players playing at the same time. So original press on Island, of all places. Yeah, James Booker was from New Orleans. He died there, 43 years old, so 1 year older than me when he died. A lot of prison sentences, drug abuse, a very sad character, but with the hands and the sort of timing and feel like a god on the piano. This was a trade with a dear friend of mine called Hasse. He didn't like this, so he asked me if I wanted to trade it, and it sounded interesting, so I did. And it has grown to be one of my favorite records that I've heard in months and months. This is so good that stop everything you do and just check this out. So this is Machine Head with New Bottles Old Medicine. It's on Dandelion Records, which was the Peel record label. John Peel. So British act. The two main guys here, I can't remember their name. They are, I mean, they what they achieve. You think that this is a blues rock record, and it's labeled as a blues rock record, but it's not that. It's something completely different. It's like ballads, more ballads than rock and rolly tunes, and it's more related to Nick Cave or Tom Waits than to Fleetwood Mac, But again, it's totally not like Tom Waits. Hard one to explain. Maybe it's one that you have to experience. I don't know, but to me, this is a 10 out of 10. And the first track just sets the mood for this. It's called I can't remember now. But yeah, okay. So anyway, first track, check it out. Great one. They made like a handful of records, and I've never heard anything else. So I'm going to try to dig deep into it. It's not super cheap, but it's not a super expensive record, not at all. You can find this pretty cheaply, and it's been reissued also. And the rest in their catalog, I think, is very inexpensive. So it's going to be nice to dive into that. This is at least a year old, I think, when it comes to when I got it, cleaned it, but I haven't had time to play it. I've been too busy. But I think I bought this at Den Bosch. I tried to buy some Dutch records when I was there because they are dirt cheap there. Golden Earring in this case, a new group for me. Like this is an original pressing on Polydor. The records of Golden Earring is like next to nothing. They cost very little. Like original pressings of the first ones maybe a little bit more expensive, and the quality, it's just like some of the best music in the world doesn't cost that much on vinyl. To be fair, like you can get extremely good Golden Earring records for 5 or 7 euro, and back in the day they were 50 cents or 10 euro or 1 euro, So great one. This was also in a collection that I bought. Decided to keep it. It's maybe more of a novelty record, but it's very rare. So I'm feeling like it's a cool piece to add to my Beatles collection. Hot as Sun, a tribute to the Beatles. I think they are called... I can't remember now what the band was called. Shit, I should have done the research better than that. Yeah, Original Marauders. They did another record that was a tribute to Bob Dylan. Haven't heard that. This is not good. Like it's more interesting and more sort of like a fan-based record from back in the day than a good one. Half of the songs are Beatles tunes on the first side. Second side is more John Lennon and Paul McCartney tunes, solo tunes. So yeah, interesting, quirky record, and a little bit rare. Like they didn't press that many, if I understood it correctly, and that's why it fetches a little bit of a coin. Yeah, I'm keeping up. I try to dive into Grateful Dead. It's like with 7-inch records, I try not to open that door, but I seem to levitate towards it. And Grateful Dead, I mean, if I'm diving into Grateful Dead, I fear that I will listen to nothing else for like a decade, because they recorded and released so much. But I'm slowly but surely getting the early stuff, at least. This is a German first press on Warner Brothers of their debut record, if I understand correctly. I'm definitely not a fan, expert on Grateful Dead. I'm definitely a fan, but not an expert. Yeah, great one. There's better records in the Grateful Dead catalog, in my opinion, that I have in my collection, and I have a very small collection of Grateful Dead records. But it's kind of feels like a little bit of a historical piece. Moving on. This is an instrumental record almost all the way, and I can't say that I know anything about this guy. Should be like a sampling kind of record, I don't know, but a lot of the musicians here is the who's who of the era. I'm talking about this is Johnny Harris with Movements, and again, magnificent record. Like really, you just lose yourself in this. And there's a label there, Warner Brothers again. I don't know if it's progressive. Yeah, sure, maybe. Yeah, why not? Like, sure, progressive. Check it out for yourselves. A cool one to add to the collection. Not one that many people know about, but I think that if it sticks with you, it's going to be one of those records that you have a little bit to yourself, if you what I mean. This is a record I've been looking for 10 years. It's not a expensive record. I just thought that one day I will stumble upon it, and I did. So this is Suki, a Norwegian band. One-off band, I think. I don't think they did anything else on Compendium. Compendium. This is a progressive fusion record through and through. There's the label there. Kind of cool label. So yeah, musicianship on this one is really, really good, like top notch. Reminds me a little bit of maybe a little bit more progressive Moose Loose. I don't know. So yeah, a cool one, and not so expensive, on a pretty small label. It's Norwegian. I mean, it ticks off most of what I like to collect. This was also in a collection. I won't put it, take it out. This is one of those, like, I don't know if I'll sell it. Maybe I'll sell this, or maybe I keep it. It's good quality music, like a little bit of psych, but mostly like rock. Linn Country Fever Shot. I don't have anything more with Linn Country. I think this is their second one that they released. So yeah, good old standard rock and roll on Mercury. Let me know if you know anything about this, if you have it, what your thoughts of it, or maybe it will grow on me when you guys convince me to keep it. I don't know. I think that I've shown this before. I've had it out in my shop for sale. I brought it in again because it's really, really good. It's kind of rare. I won't find it again, but I don't want to collect the rest of their catalog on original pressings because it's too much. So I don't know, but it's a good record. So this is the Meters with Ruination. Cool cover also. I mean, and the sound quality of this is tremendous, like thick ass bass. So yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's just like, I'm not a soul and funk collector, and I don't want to be. Like, I want to focus more on the stuff that I like to collect. With that being said, I like funk and soul. I listen to it, but I don't need to buy everything on vinyl, you know. There's different ways of listening to music. So, you know, and the same goes with this. Like, really, really good record. Just straight up funky soul record, a little bit rare, you know, and it would be cool if this went to a place that it would be really, appreciated. But if I'm selling it here in Sweden, it's not going to go for as much as that it deserves to go for, and I mean, I'm not in I don't need the money, you know, so I'll keep it, I'll put it in a collection, see what happens in a year or two, you know. Maybe it grows on me, or maybe I sell it. This was also in a collection. I'm keeping this only because of the nostalgia. I had it on CD when I was a teenager, played it to death. I know all the songs, and I mean, it's an iconic group, iconic songs, and maybe a little bit of an iconic record too. This is an original European press from 1992, so a little bit rare, but not like insanely rare. And the sound quality is just shit. Like, sounds so dull, really flat, a lot of sibilance. So I mean, I can only imagine that a modern reissue sounds at least as good or better than this. And the CD, I bet, sounds better than this also. But with that being said, like AC/DC Live, I was brought up listening to this, just like Guns N' Roses, and I have some records that is just like, yeah, when I saw this in the collection that I bought, I knew that this was going home with me. So yeah, and my wife loves hard rock too, so In the same collection with all the blues was a lot of blues. A lot of it I have put out for sale in my shop, and also I'm going to put up on auction in a Swedish auction site. But some of it I listened to, and it was just like, shit, it's too good to let go. You know, this is Freddy King, Longer Than Life, maybe Longer Than Life, on RC. This is like a beginning to maybe 1975, mid-70s blues rock record. Very big in production for being a Freddy King record. I think so anyway. But we're talking about mid-70s, right? But the tunes and his singing and especially guitar playing is just like so damn good. So much feeling, even if it's a little bit too modern production-wise for me. And it costs like next to nothing, so you can get it super cheap. It just like, I'm keeping this. This is going into the collection. And the same goes with this. This is also like Louis Mayer's I'm a Southern Man. I think this is sort of like private pressed. Looks like the most dull blues record ever. And in my opinion, this rips like... And the sound quality is to die for, because this is actually, I think it's from 1970, like 74, 75. But this is actually Robert Ludwig mastering. So RL, very early, like RL master. So that's kind of cool also. And still in shrink and in almost unplayed condition. A little bit pricier than your average, maybe sort of run-of-the-mill blues record from that time period. I don't know. Keeper. Yes, it's that good. And this one also, dirt cheap. You can get this dirt cheap. And there's reissues, stuff like that. The Sun Seals Blues Band. Oh my god, it was so good. On Sonnet Records, this was... shit. Really like... If you like Stevie Ray Vaughan or something like that, the guitar style of him... You will love this. And also, I think this also is a private press records. I know there's different cover artworks they went out with later on, but Do Lord Remember Me with Thomas Shaw. Like a white label, Blues Beacon Records. But as I said, I think that they released it with a different cover artwork a few years later, and maybe on a different label. Again, this great blues record, like this is just like the blues records that I'm keeping of all the records that I bought is like really, really killer. I'm not a blues collector, not at all. But there's just like when you hear something that really resonates with you, how can you let it go? This was one that I bought, I think in Hova this summer. Ashley Dunbar, Blue Whale on Charlie. Inexpensive record, but crazy good. But I think that this is a classic. Most of you know this. Can't say I know any of the Roger Sutton, maybe Paul Williams. 1970, great one. And not on the Charlie, at least. It's not expensive at all. Moving into a little bit more rarer territory. This is not a perfect copy, but it's playable. I got it very, very cheap, and I'm glad I did. So this is Alrune Rod Danish prog group, and in better condition this would be much more expensive and sort of the rare, but in this condition with tape, stuff like that, it's not as expensive. So I'm glad I got it. There's like it's definitely listenable. The cover artwork is worse than the record. Can't remember if it's a first or a second press, but I think the both of them came the same year in the 60s, the same year or the year after. Anyway, Alrune Rod, a Danish prog record that I've been looking for a while. I had one, a copy. It was beat to shit, so I sold that and got this one now this summer. I don't know, like I'm gonna hunt for a better copy, obviously, and sell this when I do. But before I find that copy, and it might take 5 or 10 years, I don't know, this will do just fine. Also in Hova, I bought this on recommendation from Torsten on Polish Hit Records in Berlin. I had no idea about this at all. I sampled it. It was not cheap, but I sampled it and it sounded great, so got a nice price on it also. But yeah, Tibet, I think they are German, yeah. Recorded in 76 and 77. Yeah, this is progressive fusion. Again, very much leaning a little bit against the jazz, but with a big foot in progressive music. I refuse to say kraut. This is not just because it comes from Germany in this time period. It's not automatically kraut, you know. On Bellaphone Records, which is always an interesting label. So Tibet, if you don't know this, check it out. I had never heard of it. Never seen that cover before. Torsten showed it to me, so I sampled it and took a chance on it, and I'm glad I did. It's a great one. Yeah, again, so glad to have this, and for a very, very good price also. This is the first US press of Listening on the Vanguard label. This is, in my opinion, maybe not a 10 out of 10 record, but a strong 8 or a 9. It's so damn good. I think they only did one record, and on the brown Vanguard label, and it's not easy to come across these days. Now I got this, and because it was super cheap, there's a scratch on two songs that ticks a little bit. One of the songs is super irritating because it's a little bit quieter. One of the songs I don't really mind because the music takes over the ticks and the clicks. But with that being said, I'm still looking for a better copy. Still in shrink. I mean, the record cover is in perfect condition. But yeah, so when I find one, I'm gonna sell that. So yeah, the hunt continues. But until then, it's a good listenable copy of a record that is sort of hard to find. Moving on, this is the six-fold poster thingy. I won't show that. You can Google, but it's one of those like cool Vertigo Swirl records where, you know, they really went way beyond you know, the traditional way of releasing a cover artwork. So this is Beggar's Opera. It's self-titled, can't remember, sorry. I've listened to it a handful of times now, and I have to say that Pathfinder, fucking stupid. Okay, so yeah, listen to it. I bought it many months ago. Didn't really have the time to listen to it, and when I did, it didn't leave the turntable. It's an amazing prog record, I have to say, like rock prog. I might be the only one who thinks this, but there's glimpses of pop in this, and it's the sort of the pop rock kind of thing that some songs, it felt like Tobias Forge from Ghost had listened to and took inspiration from this. It's like that sort of melodic, almost doomy. It's hard to describe, but if you agree with me, if you have heard it, or if you listen to it now and you agree with me that there is a pinch of Ghost in this, then write in the comments. If not, don't bother. So yeah, Beggar's Opera, Pathfinder. One of my favorite records on the Vertigo Swirl label, I have to say. Like this is a really great one, and a UK first press in pretty good condition. The vinyl is in mint condition, like, but the cover artwork has seen better days. I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that one. Really happy to get it. And two more to go. This is also a rare one to get. Man, I can't remember the name of the guy that I got it from now. I got a couple of records, I think. And I've had it before, sold it, don't know why. Bought it again now. And yeah, this is Indian Summer on RCA Neon. Gatefold, UK first press. on the famous Neon label. I mean, everything that I own is a masterpiece. No, it's not. But this, I mean, yeah, check it out for yourself. Like the first 2 songs, if you don't like it, fine. There's something wrong with you, but and you should look for help. But to me, this is a brilliant record, and I love that cover artwork. The same Kef, the same guy that did Will Malone artwork, and also I think the first Black Sabbath record, and the second one maybe. And last but not least, I got this for a steal. I actually bought it blind because I mean it's such a rare record, and I think I paid like 20 euro or something for it, and it's super good. So this is Alan Jack's Civilization, Blues in Mind, and it's a first like German press, I think, on the Metronome label. Looks like that, in great condition. Like I bought this in a store in Stockholm, just standing there. Had no idea, like didn't know about this. I looked it up on Discogs. Fairly rare and sort of expensive. For that price, I just got it. There's some scuffs, but it plays fine. Like there's no ticks and pops or anything. Like, so visually, yeah, sure, it doesn't look VG plus, but it plays VG plus every day. So yeah, hard like blues rock, white man blues rock, British kind of influenced, I bet, from early 70s. Again, if you're into that sort of music, check it out. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. On the BYG Metronome label, which is kind of cool also. So yeah, if you know about this, enlighten me. Like, write in the comments. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. That was this video, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Have a great day. Bye. It was kind of fun, like, being back.